Have you ever had an itch that made you wonder what your body was trying to say? As we age, our bodies communicate through subtle signs like aches, fatigue, or even persistent itchiness, and while it's tempting to dismiss a little itch as just dry skin or a minor annoyance, the truth is, where that itch appears on your body could be revealing serious underlying health issues that demand your attention. In this video, we're diving into 4 specific areas where chronic itchiness in older adults might signal deeper health concerns, backed by real patterns observed by doctors and researchers. From poor circulation to organ stress and nutritional deficiencies, these itchy spots could be your body's way of waving a red flag. Stay with us until the end to uncover these critical warning signs and learn practical steps you can take to address them, potentially adding years of strength, clarity, and vitality to your life. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video, you can help me continue to share the valuable lessons of old age. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. Persistent itchiness on the lower legs. One of the most subtle yet revealing symptoms that something deeper may be amiss in your body is a persistent, nagging itch on the lower legs, specifically the calves, shins, or ankles. At first glance, it's easy to dismiss this sensation as a trivial issue, perhaps attributing it to dry skin, seasonal changes, or the natural effects of aging. However, when this itch persists without any visible signs like a rash, redness, or irritation, it could be your body's way of signaling a more serious underlying condition that deserves attention. Medical professionals have increasingly noted that chronic itchiness in the lower legs, particularly in older adults, may be linked to poor blood circulation, often associated with a condition called peripheral artery disease, PAD. PAD occurs when the arteries that supply blood to the limbs, particularly the legs, become narrowed or blocked due to plaque buildup. This restricts blood flow through the smaller vessels in the lower extremities, leading to a cascade of effects. The skin, deprived of adequate oxygen and nutrients, becomes dry, sensitive, and prone to irritation, resulting in an itch that feels relentless. Over time, this reduced circulation can also weaken the muscles and tissues in the legs, contributing to discomfort and fatigue. To illustrate, consider the stories of 2 men in their early 80s, Harold and Dennis. Harold is an active retiree who starts each day with a brisk 20-minute walk around his neighborhood. He's diligent about his health, regularly inspecting his feet and legs for changes and maintaining a balanced diet. He's never noticed any unusual symptoms in his lower limbs. Dennis, however, has a different experience. Over the past year, he's become less mobile, spending long hours sitting in his favorite armchair, reading or watching television. He's been feeling increasingly fatigued and has noticed a persistent itch on his calves and shins, particularly in the evenings or after prolonged periods of sitting. At first, Dennis assumes it's just dry skin, a common issue in his age group. He applies moisturizing lotion diligently, switches to a gentler soap, and even tries over-the-counter anti-itch creams, but the relief is fleeting, and the itch returns with a vengeance. What Dennis may not realize is that this stubborn itch could be a warning sign of compromised blood flow. When circulation to the lower legs is impaired, the skin becomes more than just dry, it becomes a barometer for deeper vascular issues. The lack of proper blood flow means that oxygen and nutrients aren't reaching the tissues efficiently, causing the skin to become hypersensitive and the underlying muscles to weaken. This can manifest as not only itching but also feelings of heaviness, cramping, or even a slight burning sensation in the legs, especially after standing or sitting for long periods. Poor circulation doesn't just affect the legs in isolation, it places additional strain on the entire cardiovascular system. The legs are often referred to as the second heart because the muscles in the calves act like a pump, helping to push blood back up toward the heart against gravity. When circulation is sluggish, this pump becomes less effective, increasing the workload on the heart and veins. Over time, this can elevate the risk of serious conditions such as heart disease, stroke, and even cognitive decline, as the brain relies on a steady supply of oxygen-rich blood. Research has shown that individuals with PAD are at a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular events, making early detection and management critical. The good news is that persistent itchiness caused by poor circulation is often manageable, and in many cases, the underlying issue can be improved with lifestyle changes. Movement is one of the most effective remedies. Engaging in gentle leg exercises, such as ankle rotations, calf raises, or short daily walks, can stimulate blood flow and strengthen the muscles that support circulation. Elevating the legs while sitting, ideally at or above heart level, can also help reduce pooling of blood in the lower limbs. Wearing properly fitted compression socks can provide external support to the veins, encouraging better blood flow. Dietary adjustments, such as reducing sodium intake to prevent fluid retention and staying well hydrated, can further alleviate strain on the circulatory system. For those experiencing this kind of itchiness, it's crucial not to ignore it, especially if it persists for weeks or is accompanied by other symptoms like leg swelling, cramping, or discoloration. Consulting a healthcare provider can lead to diagnostic tests, such as an ankle brachial index (ABI) test, which measures blood pressure in the legs to assess circulation. Early intervention can prevent complications and improve quality of life. So, if you've been scratching your lower legs more than usual and there's no obvious cause like a rash or allergy, listen to your body. It may be trying to tell you something important. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 2. Unexplained itching on the upper or mid-back. An itch in the middle of your back can be frustratingly hard to reach, often requiring a back scratcher or a helping hand. But what if this persistent itch is more than just a minor annoyance? What if it's your body's way of sending a critical message about your internal health? For many older adults, chronic itchiness on the upper or mid-back, without an obvious cause like a rash, bug bite, or clothing irritation, can be a red flag for deeper issues, particularly related to the liver or kidneys, two vital organs responsible for detoxifying the body and maintaining internal balance. The liver and kidneys work tirelessly to filter waste products and toxins from the bloodstream, ensuring that the body's systems run smoothly. When these organs are under stress or not functioning optimally, waste products like bile acids, urea, or other metabolic byproducts can accumulate in the blood. These substances can irritate nerve endings in the skin, leading to a condition known as pruritus or chronic itching. The upper and mid-back are particularly susceptible because these areas have a high density of nerve endings, making them more sensitive to irritation caused by internal imbalances. To bring this to life, let's consider Dorothy and Janice, two 76-year-old women with different health experiences. Dorothy is proactive about her wellness, attending regular medical checkups, drinking plenty of water, and eating a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Her skin has always been clear and healthy, and she rarely experiences discomfort. Janice, on the other hand, has been feeling off lately. She's more fatigued than usual, has noticed mild swelling in her ankles, and finds herself scratching her upper back frequently, especially at night when the itch seems to intensify. She's tried switching to a hypoallergenic laundry detergent, using fragrance-free moisturizers, and even changing her bedding, but the itch persists, disrupting her sleep and leaving her frustrated. What Janice may not know is that this relentless itching could be a sign that her liver or kidneys are struggling. For example, liver conditions like non-alcoholic fatty liver disease or hepatitis can cause bile salts to build up in the bloodstream, triggering intense itching. Similarly, kidney dysfunction, such as in chronic kidney disease, can lead to elevated levels of urea and other waste products, which irritate the skin. Unlike itching caused by external factors, this type of pruritus is often generalized, persistent, and unresponsive to typical remedies like lotions or antihistamines. It may also worsen at night, a phenomenon known as nocturnal pruritus, which can further disrupt sleep and contribute to fatigue, irritability, and diminished quality of life. The implications of this kind of itching go beyond discomfort. Research has linked chronic pruritus in older adults to underlying organ dysfunction, which, if left unaddressed, can have serious consequences. For instance, liver or kidney issues can affect digestion, energy levels, fluid balance, and even cognitive function. In some studies, persistent itching has been associated with a shorter lifespan, not because the itching itself is life-threatening, but because it often reflects a systemic issue that requires medical attention. Fortunately, there are steps you can take to address this warning sign. If you're experiencing unexplained itching on your back, a visit to your healthcare provider is a critical first step. Simple blood tests, such as a liver function panel or kidney function tests, measuring creatinine and glomerular filtration rate, can provide insight into how well these organs are performing. Imaging studies, like an ultrasound, may also be recommended to assess organ health. In the meantime, lifestyle changes can support liver and kidney function. Staying well hydrated helps the kidneys flush out toxins, while a diet low in processed foods, added sugars, and excessive alcohol reduces the burden on the liver. Monitoring salt intake can help manage fluid retention, which is often linked to kidney strain. If you're taking multiple medications, it's also worth discussing their potential impact with your doctor, as certain drugs can stress the liver or kidneys over time. For example, long-term use of nonsteroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, or certain blood pressure medications can affect kidney function. Your doctor may adjust your regimen to minimize these risks. The next time you feel an itch on your upper or mid-back that doesn't go away with moisturizers or other remedies, don't brush it off as a minor inconvenience. Your skin may be the first place your body signals internal distress, acting as a messenger for organs that can't speak for themselves. By paying attention and taking action, you can address the root cause and protect your long-term health. Number 3. Frequent itching on the scalp or neck. As we age, the body communicates in subtle ways, and one often overlooked signal is persistent itching on the scalp or the back of the neck. For older adults, this sensation is frequently dismissed as a minor nuisance, perhaps attributed to dry skin, an allergic reaction to a new shampoo, or simply the natural consequences of aging. However, this itch often points to something far more complex than a surface-level irritation. Beneath the skin, a cascade of physiological and emotional factors may be at play, reflecting deeper imbalances in the body's systems. For many seniors, chronic itching in these areas isn't merely a dermatological issue. It can be a manifestation of stress, systemic inflammation, or even neurological changes that impact both physical health and mental resilience. The scalp and neck are rich with highly sensitive nerve endings, making them particularly responsive to internal disruptions. These areas often serve as the body's early warning system, reacting to emotional or neurological strain that accumulates gradually over time, sometimes unnoticed until it manifests physically. Consider the contrasting experiences of two men in their late 70s, Leonard and Ray. Leonard leads a vibrant, engaged life. He tends to his garden daily, finding solace in the rhythm of planting and pruning, and practices light meditation in the evenings to unwind. His lifestyle fosters a sense of calm and connection, keeping stress at bay. Ray, however, has struggled to find purpose since retiring. He spends much of his time indoors, feeling restless and disconnected, with a growing undercurrent of stress he barely acknowledges. Over the past several months, Ray has noticed an increasing urge to scratch his scalp, particularly in the evenings. Initially, he dismissed it as a minor annoyance, trying remedies like switching shampoos, upgrading to hypoallergenic pillowcases, and applying moisturizers. Yet, the itching persisted, with no visible rash, dandruff, or other obvious cause. Ray didn't realize is that his persistent scalp itching was likely a physical expression of emotional tension and nervous system fatigue. As we age, the body's stress response becomes less efficient. In younger years, the body typically recovers quickly from moments of worry or tension, but in older adults, it can remain in a state of low-grade alertness. This chronic activation elevates cortisol levels, suppresses immune function, and heightens inflammation, all of which can manifest in sensitive areas like the scalp and neck. The nerve endings in these regions, densely packed and highly responsive, become irritated, translating internal stress into a tangible, persistent itch. Moreover, chronic scalp or neck itching has been associated with more serious conditions, such as peripheral neuropathy, where nerve damage disrupts normal sensation, or even early indicators of cognitive decline. While not every itch signals a severe issue, dismissing it as trivial can be a missed opportunity to address underlying health concerns. Research suggests that chronic stress and inflammation can exacerbate neurological changes, potentially contributing to conditions like mild cognitive impairment if left unchecked. The encouraging news is that this type of itching is often manageable with simple, intentional lifestyle adjustments. Practices like deep breathing exercises, spending time in nature, or engaging in social activities can help regulate the body's stress response, calming overactive nerves. Journaling before bed, even for just a few minutes, can also provide an emotional outlet, reducing the subconscious burden of unprocessed stress. For Ray, small changes made a significant difference. He began taking short morning walks, limited his exposure to distressing news, and reconnected with his brother through weekly phone calls. Over time, as the weight of emotional tension lifted, the itching on his scalp gradually subsided, not immediately, but steadily. If you've been grappling with persistent itching on your scalp or neck and have ruled out common causes like skin conditions or allergies, it's worth taking a deeper look. reflect on your emotional and physical state. Are you carrying unacknowledged stress? Are you feeling disconnected or restless? Your body isn't just reacting to external irritants, it's responding to the burdens you carry within. That persistent itch may be your nervous system's gentle nudge, urging you to seek a little more peace and balance. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 4. Ongoing itching around the chest or abdomen. When we think of declining health in older age, symptoms like shortness of breath, dizziness, or memory lapses often come to mind. Yet, one of the body's quieter signals, persistent itching across the chest or abdomen, can reveal just as much about internal health. This type of itching, often mistaken for a minor skin issue, may serve as a critical warning sign of underlying nutritional deficiencies or malabsorption issues that can silently erode the body's strength, immune defenses, and capacity for self-repair. For older adults, chronic itching in the torso, particularly across the chest or abdominal area, can indicate more than a superficial irritation. These regions, rich in nerve endings and blood vessels, are highly sensitive to internal imbalances. When the body lacks essential nutrients, such as vitamin B12, omega-3 fatty acids, or trace minerals like zinc and magnesium, the skin can become dry, nerve signals can misfire, and the immune system can weaken, leading to irritation and itching. More critically, these deficiencies can compromise muscle strength, energy levels, and cognitive function, often without obvious symptoms like weight loss. To illustrate, consider Joyce and Elaine, two 81-year-old women with contrasting lifestyles. Joyce remains enthusiastic about cooking, preparing nutrient-dense meals filled with colorful fruits, leafy greens, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Though her appetite has naturally decreased with age, she prioritizes quality nutrition, ensuring her body gets what it needs. Elaine, on the other hand, has gradually lost interest in food over the past year. She often skips meals, opting for quick, low-nutrient options like crackers or canned soup, and feels full after eating only small amounts. Alongside this shift, Elaine began noticing persistent itching across her chest and abdomen, particularly in the evenings. The skin sometimes felt dry or tender, but no rash or visible irritation explained the sensation. Assuming it was a skin sensitivity issue, she tried switching to gentler body washes and lotions, but the itching persisted. What Elaine didn't realize is that aging can reduce the digestive system's ability to absorb key nutrients effectively. This malabsorption can lead to deficiencies that manifest in subtle but significant ways. For example, insufficient vitamin B12 can impair nerve function, causing sensations like itching or tingling, while low levels of zinc or essential fatty acids can dry out the skin, making it more prone to irritation. The torso, with its dense network of nerves and blood vessels, is particularly susceptible to these changes, signaling distress through persistent itching. Beyond the skin, these deficiencies can quietly undermine the body's ability to maintain muscle mass, sustain energy, and support cognitive clarity, increasing the risk of frailty and other age-related challenges. The insidious nature of nutritional deficiencies in older adults lies in their ability to hide behind a seemingly normal appearance. An individual may maintain a stable weight yet still be malnourished, lacking the micronutrients needed for optimal health. Persistent itching across the chest or abdomen can thus serve as an early warning, a sign that the body's internal reserves are running low. Fortunately, addressing this issue doesn't require drastic changes. Small, intentional additions to the diet can make a profound difference. Incorporating nutrient-rich foods like a handful of nuts, a boiled egg, fresh berries, or leafy greens can replenish essential vitamins and minerals. For those with reduced appetites, a high-quality multivitamin or consultation with a healthcare provider can help bridge the gap. Over time, these changes can alleviate itching, restore energy, and bolster overall resilience. If you've noticed persistent itching across your chest or abdomen and your diet has been less varied or robust than it once was, consider this a gentle reminder to nourish your body. Proper nutrition isn't just about comfort, it's about sustaining your vitality and longevity. Final thoughts, now that you've learned about these 4 specific itchy spots on the body. As we've explored these 4 specific itchy spots on the body, each with its unique implications, it's worth pausing to reflect. Have you noticed any of these signs in your own life? An occasional itch may seem insignificant, but as we've seen, these sensations often carry deeper meaning. From poor circulation in the legs to potential liver or kidney strain, From stress manifesting in the nerves of the scalp to nutritional gaps signaling through the chest and abdomen, your body is constantly communicating. It doesn't shout, it whispers, often through the language of the skin.